Africa is the world's second largest continent, a land of beauty, a land of danger, a land of faith. From this far-off land, seminarians travel to America to pursue their calling, to help spread the Word of God. Here in the Archdiocese of Chicago, the journey for African seminarians is made easier thanks to the Tuite Program, now celebrating its 10th anniversary.
St. Joseph College Seminary, along with the Tuite Program, become a port of entry for the men who are going to become priests for the Archdiocese. The idea is, of course, in a year that they would seek admission to Mundelein Seminary.
Father Avitus Kiguta is now a priest at Sacred Heart Parish in Winnetka. As the first person to go through the Tuite Program, he calls it a blessing.
It's like you plant a seed. Once you plant a seed, you expect it to grow, to mature, and to continue. And that's how I see myself to be able to, as a first person, I've seen the program grow and other people come.
The program is named after Father Howard Tuite, a priest who has devoted his life to ministry in the African American community. There was a surprise irony in the naming of the Tuite Program.
We don't always know what the Lord has in mind. So when the first African students arrived from East Africa, they looked at T-U-I-T-E and felt it was Swahili, which was tuite, be called. And so I guess the Lord had in mind with how it should be called, since it was going to be African students, in this case from Swahili speaking. So it became the Tuite House.
It's a Swahili name that means to call. So this is very reminiscent of the gospel, when Jesus called. So when he called the apostles, they followed him. So when I got my admission letter, and so this is a Tuite House program, I thought it's symbolically named for calling.
There is much for a student from Africa to learn on the road to the priesthood, and it goes far beyond theology.
Yeah, I come from the city of Nairobi, which is, comparatively speaking, a small city. Chicago is a huge city. It's a city where you find people from all walks of life. So those are the two major differences, but also in terms of developments, sophistications in technology, buildings and stuff, Nairobi cannot be compared with Chicago. Chicago is a real huge city, and when one comes from a city such as Nairobi to Chicago, of course one is bound to get lost.
Wherever one or two meet in the name of God, something good happens. So there is that mutual exchange of gifts. There is that admiration of how people do things in the different parts of the world, especially in terms of their liturgy, and how also we do it. I like it here also in the sense that it's very organized. Definitely you have to stick to the time limits assigned to each Mass. But for us, we have like maybe only one Mass in a day. Definitely, people come to the service as a way of worship, as well at the same time also socializing with the rest of the other members of the congregation.
Because of the program, we were able to interact with the students of St. Joseph Seminary, and the program also helped us to fit into Loyola and take some cultural studies. Thanks to the Tuite Program, I'll be here for the next three months, and that helps me a lot to get to interact with the people as I prepare to go to Mundelein and finish up with my studies.
Tuite's founding director has high admiration for the men willing to answer the call to the priesthood in a foreign land.
Oh, they're great guys. They really are. They're great hearts, really fueled by missionary spirit, wanting to come to Chicago to bring Jesus, to bring faith here. It's an amazing thing to think about here in the land of the free and home of the brave, that we need and accept missionaries. We always think of ourselves as a missionary country, sending missionaries out, and now we're receiving missionaries and need them to become priests for the Archdiocese.
I was excited, first and foremost, to see my parents come here to witness my ordination in a foreign country. The excitement was so high, but because this is what I really wanted to be. But I also knew there would be challenges ahead of me, especially being ordained in a diocese which is far away from my home, which is heavily structured compared to my former diocese at home. and also getting assignment for the first time to be in a place whereby no black priest has ever ministered.
I think the genius of the Tuite program is that we can bring some of the energy and enthusiasm of a young church that exists in the different countries in Africa and bring some of that missionary spirit here to the Archdiocese of Chicago.
The Archdiocese of Chicago is a diocese with a rich history, and to be part of that history, even contribute to already existing history, is a honor and a privilege.
My hope is that I will be ordained a priest here in the United States, and God willing, serve the people of America in the best way I can. That's my mission and my hope.
And that hope already has become reality for several men from Africa who are now serving as priests in the Archdiocese of Chicago. I'm Jim Dish reporting for the Church, the Cardinal, and You.